Every new year, millions of people set massive, life-changing goals. They want to lose 50 pounds, double their income, or read a book every week. But by February, the motivation fades, the gym empties out, and the books gather dust. Why? Because we have been taught a fundamental lie about how success works. We are told that to achieve massive results, we need to take massive action. But the truth is, setting a goal does not determine your success. Both winners and losers set the exact same goals. Welcome to Chapters in Minutes. Today, we are breaking down the ultimate guide to human behavior. Atomic Habits by James Clear. If you want to stop relying on motivation and start building a system that guarantees success on autopilot, this is the only framework you will ever need. Let's dive in. Lesson number 1. The compounding power of 1%. When we want to improve our lives, we usually try to change everything all at once. But human brains are not wired for massive, sudden shifts. When you try to overhaul your entire life in one day, your brain panics and retreats to its comfort zone. James Clear argues that habits are the compound interest of self-improvement. If you can get just 1% better every single day, you will not be 1% better at the end of the year. Mathematically, you will be 37 times better. But the opposite is also true. If you get 1% worse every day, you will decline down to nearly zero. Stop looking for a radical transformation. Look for a tiny, almost invisible improvement. Read one page of a book. Do one push-up. Save $1. It feels completely insignificant in the moment, but over a lifetime, that 1% shift changes the entire trajectory of your destiny. Lesson number 2. Forget your goals and focus on your systems. Goals are focused on the results you want to achieve. Systems are about the processes that lead to those results. If you are a basketball coach, your goal might be to win a championship. But your system is the way you recruit players, the way you run practices, and the way you manage the clock. If you completely ignored the championship goal and only focused on running a perfect practice every day, would you still get results? Yes. Goals are temporary. Once you run a marathon, you stop training. Once you hit a weight loss target, you stop dieting. But a system is forever. You do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. Fix the inputs, and the outputs will fix themselves. Lesson number 3. True behavior change is identity change. There are 3 layers of behavior change: outcomes, processes, and identity. Most people focus on the outcome. They say, "I want to stop smoking." So when someone offers them a cigarette, they say, "No thanks, I am trying to quit." This sounds reasonable, but it is flawed. They still believe they are a smoker who is just trying to do something different. Now, imagine a second person who is offered a cigarette. They decline and say, "No thanks, I am not a smoker." It is a tiny shift in words, but a massive shift in psychology. The ultimate form of intrinsic motivation is when a habit becomes part of your identity. The goal is not to read a book. The goal is to become a reader. The goal is not to run a marathon. The goal is to become a runner. Every action you take is a vote for the type of person you wish to become. Start casting votes for your new identity. Lesson number 4. Environment matters more than motivation. We love to believe that people with great habits simply have more willpower than the rest of us. But science shows that disciplined people are actually just better at structuring their environment. They do not need willpower because they never put themselves in tempting situations. If you want to eat healthier, do not rely on willpower when you open the pantry. Just throw the junk food in the trash. If you want to practice guitar, do not leave it hidden in a closet. Put it on a stand right in the middle of your living room. You must make good habits the path of least resistance. Redesign your environment so that doing the right thing is the easiest possible option. If your environment is working for you, you will never have to force yourself to be productive again. Lesson number 5. Master the art of showing up. When you start a new habit, it should take less than 2 minutes to do. This is called the 2-minute rule. Read before bed each night becomes read 1 page. Do 30 minutes of yoga becomes take out my yoga mat. The idea is to make your habits as easy as possible to start. You might think that taking out a yoga mat is useless if you don't do the workout. But you are missing the point. A habit must be established before it can be improved. You have to standardize before you can optimize. By mastering the art of showing up for just 2 minutes, you are casting a vote for your new identity. Once you become the type of person who consistently shows up, you can start worrying about the results. Success is not a monumental event. It is a daily practice. By focusing on 1% improvements, building reliable systems, shifting your identity, and designing an environment that makes good choices inevitable, you can achieve truly atomic results. Thank you for watching Chapters in Minutes. If this summary helped you rethink how you approach your daily routines, please hit the subscribe button and share it with someone who is trying to level up their life. Until next time, build better systems and keep growing.